Good morning, lovelies. Well, it is Sunday, so the beginning of a new vlog week, and it's also the 1st of March, my birthday month, and I just already had first birthday present of the month, so I didn't get a chance to tell you all, but I, a couple of days ago, was interviewed by the New York Times for the fact that I worked at Calvin Klein in the 1990s. Such a compliment. And on Friday, the digital version of the article came out, and they were just wonderful. They did several quotes from me. They even included my TikTok makeup tutorial. And now it's Sunday, of course, the 1st of the month. And all of a sudden I woke up and saw these texts on my phone. I'm like, what's that? And it turned out friends are writing to me telling me that they opened up the New York Times today and I am in the print version. Double eek. I can't believe it. I mean, the 20-something-year-old in me is just screaming with joy right now. You don't understand like how major this is to go back into my time of Calvin Klein in the 1990s and how much I loved it there and what a huge impression it left on my life. And now to see, flash forward all these years later, I'm just in awe. Like I'm absolutely in awe. I know on YouTube, you don't see it as much because I haven't been posting day to day there and I haven't done as much about the experiences, but my TikTok and Instagram are exploding right now. And what I love most that really hits me is the excitement from all of you, not just because of Love Story and the story of JFK and Carolyn Bessette Kennedy, JFK Jr., excuse me, and Carolyn Bessette Kennedy. I mean, that's the catalyst. Hands down, we're all loving that series for those of us watching it. But it's the fascination for the 1990s and the fact that I see how beautiful it is that I'm one of the few where, thanks to all of you, you all are incredible, I have this blended community that goes from like teenagers all the way up into those that are in their early 60s, I think mid 60s, and it's always been the case. And I've always been really appreciative and thought to myself, wow, well, I've never been hooked on age. I just talk about things that I really love. But the fact that I see this blending of cultures right now, and that I'm getting teens from all over the world, young adult women from all over the world, asking me to share more about these experiences and talk more about confidence, and that I see that they really, like I've seen more than once, those that are younger saying, oh, so as females, we're just all the same no matter what our age. We just all think about the same things and it doesn't change over time, but you all get more confident about it, but you still go through these things. And that's exactly it. I am going to, my sisters are pinging me, my sister Carrie that's in New Jersey City, she ran and got a copy of the paper for me, and my other friend's mother-in-law got a copy of the paper for me. So really excited, but I'm going to jump back in with my family because they want to chat. But I love you all, and I will be checking in again. Mwah. Bye. Let's do a quick get ready with me. I'm going to start with the Summer Fridays. This is my favorite face tint, as you all know. And it is a Sunday, so perfect, easy day to wear this. It's so beautiful today. So I have in mind, I'm still on a high from what happened in seeing that I was in the print version of the Sunday New York Times. That's pretty major. I don't think, my audience comes from New York City so much, but just for you to know, like, to be featured in that is really cool. There's a lot of fashion industry people that follow it, a lot of residents that are all on the East Coast, but this paper gets delivered all over the world. So a lot of major city people follow it, especially for Sundays when it's about lifestyle, style, interior, fashion, and so on. So I feel pretty tickled to be in there. And the fact that it's next to an article about schwitzing. So just a fun fact, when I lived in New York, we need a little bit more on the chin. When I lived in New York, my father used to have us girls all go to the Russian bathhouse. That was something we did on a monthly basis. He really felt saunas were good. So the fact that this article would be next to mine is, for me, a sign from my papa saying, well done, my beautiful girl. So today we're going to go over to Fred Segal. Fred Segal was very famous in the 1980s, like mid 1980s, all the way through until the 2000s, getting into, I think originally it closed maybe somewhere, I can't quote me on it. I want to say, because they had multiple locations by then, I think when they finally shut down, it was like the 2000 teens at that point. But it was explosive as a retailer that latched on to this concept of having shop in shops, meaning they would bring in these different key designers and set them up in little like venues inside the boutique, the overall large boutique itself. On top of that, it was curated, highly curated. They had an incredible buying team, and I used to work with the buying team, not for Fred Segal, but I was the counterpart of with brands, bringing brands over to them because, again, the work that I did. And so what was really interesting about them is that these were highly curated pieces. It wasn't a lot of pieces, so you knew if you went and bought something at Fred Segal, you weren't going to have 200 other females showing up with the exact same outfit. And they always were very forward thinking. They were very particular about what brands they brought in, so it was usually something exciting because it was something that you couldn't easily find in other places. And it really reinvented the concept of retail, because at that time, before that, you had major department stores and you had family-owned boutiques, but you didn't have something like this that could create such a curated experience of all these exclusive designers. A lot of them were coming over from Europe, and I remember they would get even Asians that would fly in from Japan just to be able to buy pieces and return home because the pieces being so unique. It was phenomenal, really, really unlike anything I had ever seen here in the Los Angeles scene at that time, and maybe even in New York. I'm not sure there was anything that compared at that time. Then later things came. So they eventually expanded out. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention is Fred Segal also created a cafe. It was the Fred Segal Cafe, and that became the in spot. Like if you were able to go and have lunch there on Fridays, you were in the chic class. Like that was coveted to be able to do that. So it wasn't just the shopping experience, it was also the experience of, sorry, somebody's trying to call in. It wasn't just the shopping experience, it was the experience of going to a place to be seen. It was either you went there for lunch on a Friday or you went to the Ivy for lunch on a Friday. It was just, people that you would see, celebrities, very cool dressed industry people that wanted to be seen at Fred Segal's Cafe. It was just incredible, whole experience. So it continued that way for many, many years. They opened up a couple of other locations, and then unfortunately, everything pivoted again with the economy, especially after the bubble crashed with the tech industry in 2010. And so, unfortunately, and there was a lot of other things coming in the advent of online shopping and so on. So eventually they went out of business, unfortunately. They shut down first the Melrose location, and then they shut down their Santa Monica location. And I think they tried to keep the Valley location opened up, Ventura Boulevard location open up as long as they could. Even I think it was, still open right around COVID, and then had to shut down. But what's happened, and my long story about this, sorry, I'm a storyteller, is, all right, going in with my eyelash curler. So what happened then was they ended up shutting down, but now today is such where I had gone by a couple of weeks ago. If you remember when I went to the Kate store on Melrose, the Kate store is very close to where Fred Segal used to be. And I remember as I was walking by, we're gonna go in now with the Lancome mascara. This is the Fan Lash mascara. As I was walking by, I remember seeing painters, and I stopped and asked them, is it opening again? Because I could see them painting the Fred Segal colors. And the guy who was the crew manager said yes. And I was like, whoa, something's coming. Well, it ended up being even more major than I could have possibly imagined, because what's happened is that Aritzia, the brand Aritzia from Canada, has bought the Fred Segal brand. And not only are they going to take that location, but they're opening it again as Fred Segal. This is major, major, major. And it just goes to show how the retail industry, and especially fashion in retail, is able to reinvent itself, to have this type of backing now. And they want to bring back this whole concept of highly curated pieces in this shop and shop environment. And it sounds like they want to bring back the restaurant as well. This is just phenomenal. Like, this is taking the 1990s, especially when Fred Segal was at its height of popularity, and now plugging it into where we sit today. So there's no coincidence that everything's happening with Love Story and with what's happened with Calvin Klein, and now seeing what's happening with Fred Segal. Mark my words, there's more to come, and I am happy about it. I can't wait to watch how all of this unfolds. Okay, we're gonna go in with our Patrick Ta blush now. Really light makeup today since it's Sunday. I'm just going in, I'm adding the powder, and then I'm gonna put the cream on top, and I'm gonna run this on my eyes as well and just kiss my eyes. Going in with Mica from L'Oreal. So what's happening is Aritzia, that's my lip look. Aritzia is going to do, it only was yesterday and today, they're doing this museum presentation. And if you know and follow Sane Vlot, she has been a Victoria's Secret model. Her husband owns the matcha brand Nikoma, I think is how to pronounce it. So he's one of the sponsors, and they have other things there. So it's only for 2 days, and you can go in, and they've turned it into this mini museum vault where you can walk around apparently and read more about the history of Aritzia. It's giving it a good plug. We have Aritzia at the Grove here, and there might even be one over in Century City, I think, as well too. But they're positioning, their brand positioning. But I'm part Canadian, so for me, I'm excited to go over and see, you know, the whole history about Aritzia and learn a little bit more about them. And then what's going to happen is they'll shut down that space. They're going to do the refurbishment, and then I imagine, you know, the opening will be the next point. So yeah, I'm getting ready for that and super excited. This is my makeup look today, just really light and fresh. I'm gonna stand up now and show you my outfit, and then we're gonna get out the door and head over there. This look, it is a base of, I'm wearing this Amin Bing ribbed tank top. Love, love, love it. Love the way it sits on the shoulders. Then for my jeans, these are vintage Gap. These are the same ones that Carolyn Bessette Kennedy had. I've had mine forever. Shoes, they are Havaianas, just flip-flops. It's a Sunday, just want to be relaxed. But I am going to zhuzh it up with this belt that is from Kate. You know I love a good accessory, so we're going to put this belt on, and then I'll show you what else I'm doing. I had to readjust the height because it was driving me crazy. Next, we're going in with this one from Armani Sea perfume. You know I love this one. You know the drill. Then, to wrap with accessories, we're doing my Celine sunglasses. I have my Banana Republic 90s bag. I love this pony hair bag, especially on weekends. It's so easy to carry around. And this is today's look. Simple, comfortable, let's go adventure. Right, we're on Melrose, and we're about a block from Crescent Heights. This is a really popular area, so we will go around the corner, and I am going to take you in, and let's see what this exhibit for Aritzia is all about. taking a break to chat with all of you. That was so much fun. They did a beautiful job with the installation. I thought they did a great job. It's a good jump start for Fred Segal. It was really good brand positioning for Aritzia. Basically, when you walked in, you had, of course, that beverage center and the DJ, and then it was that whole open format. Each of the installation pieces was in the shape of a shopping bag, and then, of course, they had the columns, the multi-columns of original shopping bags, which was so cool, and a history about how they license the photography on each of these. There's been some incredible photographers that have worked with Aritzia over the years. If you're into being able to, learn more about photography and how it has impact on the fashion industry. So for me, it was an absolute delight. I'm so happy I stopped by, and it was getting really crowded just as I left. I had perfect timing to be able to get some footage for you all. But I hope you enjoyed this. Hello, my lovelies. We are going to do a quick get ready with me while I share with you. I am getting ready. Some days have passed here. It's been an action-packed week because I had a lot going on with client appointments. And then I had another eek moment. Oh my gosh, I wish so badly I could already tell you this. But all I can say is I was reached out to by a beauty brand that I have loved forever and ever. And we are going to be doing a campaign together. And again, thanks to all of you and your wonderful support to me. So stay tuned, more to come. It's not what I'm using right now, but it is a brand I really, really, really love and have loved for a long time. So it's just an eek moment, and all thanks to everything that has been happening as a result of me sharing about my days at Calvin Klein. So anyhow, we are, by the way, going in and using Summer Fridays. This is the skin tint. They just came out with their own version of a long-lasting lip tint, and I went to go buy it. It's already sold out, so I'm just like crossing fingers that I'll be able to get my hands on it soon enough. Okay, let's go in with just a little bit of the Makeup by Mario skin tint. I just feel a little bit pale right now, and so I always have the hardest time opening this. There we go. That's what it looks like. We are hurrying. I have to tell you my quick trick here. So the typical way we've been taught to use a sculpting cream is to do the figure three, come all the way up here, blend, take it in a three all the way through. I'm guilty of it too, but I learned from a makeup artist that actually what you want to do is emphasize this area without hollowing out your face. You want to lift everything, but don't let it get hollowed. So instead, what you do is you still take your bronzer, and I would do it very lightly to just get the pattern, and then you can always deepen later. Bring it here, but see, I don't bring it down in here. I'm leaving all this space open. And then I'm taking it here and lifting the cheeks, and then very subtly right here, but not too much, just really subtle. And then I can still pinch this and come into the nose area and give it a little cut line and a little drop. We'll do highlighter right here too. And that's it. And see how everything has this beautiful symmetry to it, but it's not hollowing out my face. It's not aging me. It's making sure that I look lifted and it's still full. Second step is, you've seen me do this before. We're gonna take the House Labs concealer, one of my favorites. You're gonna look for the corner of your eye, and right where it goes diagonal, you're gonna draw a thin line, and this is gonna create, I'm gonna come in here and just add my concealer as well under my eyes. So this is gonna create the illusion of lift and really lift the eye area, as well as lift the cheekbone area even more. Do you see how it just did? I can see it as I'm doing it. I hope you see it too. It just did that lifted effect. And that was just two products. Literally, that was this and this, but it was using it with the right technique. So let me know if you try this and how it turns out for you. Again, you can always go in and just spot deepen here if you need a little bit more glow, but the point is that it's creating better balance, symmetry to the face, and focusing on your cheekbones and keeping your eyes wide and bright without pulling everything down and hollowing it in. So we want a full face, but that it's got that pretty symmetry to it. All right, let's keep going. So we need to start adding in blush. We're gonna go in with Favorite Patrick Top. And I like to do a V effect. We're gonna go fast because I am running late. My friend Gina will be not happy with me, and I still need to run and get her present. I already got her present for her, but I need to go pick it up. So we did that. We're gonna come in with our foundation brush and just pat that in, like so. We're going in with Kosas, my favorite powder, just a light dusting. It's still kind of dry out here and windy, actually. It's chilly today, but it looks so pretty. So I do need a little bit of powder, but not too much, otherwise it'll dry out my skin. So this, we've got the glow going on. Blush, you know the drill. I need to switch up and find another blush for spring, don't I? I will be switching for spring because then I get into my peaches and my pinks. But this one is just so good. I haven't put it down. And I like to put it on my eyes as well. It's kind of a one and done, if you see. That's why I like it so much. Shiseido eyelash curler. Pretty, pretty. And I'm gonna leave it like this. I'm not gonna do lips yet because I just got a new lippy from Sephora that I think I wanna wear tonight, so I wanna go pick it up. This trick I'm gonna show you is I go in with my Makeup by Mario palette, and specifically this is a basics palette, and I'm going for the gray. I use a very fine tip brush, and I'm gonna create fullness without doing eyeliner. So first of all, I'm coming into the upper waterline. Be very careful. I have contacts and I'm really careful about this. You just only want to get into the waterline and see how it already creates that fuller lash effect. And then I'm going to dab it right at the point. I'm dabbing it so it's not too much. And I'm going to come above and then get in right at the lash line. And so it's a softer effect. If you can see that, it's softer than using an eyeliner pencil, but it creates that sense of fullness and really makes it pop. And then I bring just a little bit here in the corner for lift. And see what a pretty effect that creates? So that's my eye look for today, and I'm really into this. I've been doing this more and more often, and I keep getting compliments that my eyes look so large, and I think it's because I'm using this gray shadow and have gone back to using gray shadow again. And you can wear it day or night because it's not a heavy shadow look. Let me know what you think. All right, lovelies, I am ready to head off to dinner with my friend Gina. So for today's look, I am wearing frame jeans. I'm wearing this tank top, very fine rib knit tank top that is from Zara actually, which is a fantastic deal that I got on it. My necklace is Elio. This is the fish necklace that everybody loves. My blazer is actually from Trina Turk. This isn't available anymore, though maybe you can find it vintage. I love it because the collar on it is something back in style again right now, but the detailing on this, you don't find blazers like this anymore. It's just the detailing on it is so pretty. Look at the back of it even. It's very fitted and just gorgeous, and it's got little hook and eye closures. It's stunning. She is stunning. And then my bag, I am doing a Kate bag, and then my boots are also from Kate, and I better get going, otherwise I am going to have a friend saying, where are you? And I have to drive all the way to Pasadena. All right, mwah. See you all later. Oh my gosh, that was so stressful. They could not find it. And then we couldn't get into the app to pull up my account. So now I am totally running late, but I need to get out of the Grove and onto the freeway and over to Pasadena as quickly as possible. But next time I see you, I will be in a lovely restaurant with my friend and navigating people. I think I should just get off because people don't pay attention. Okay, I'll see you guys in a little bit later. Hello, lovelies. I wanted to show you when I went to go get the birthday present for Gina. I also picked up some things for me, plus I had two things previous that I don't think I ever showed you. So I just wanted to do a quick little Sephora haul. This is a mini haul. And I also am then going to show you the rest of last night when Gina and I were together. So let's get into our little bag of goodness. So first of all, I wanted to show you two things I previously got a couple of weeks ago, but I'm so in love with, and I don't know why I didn't fully show these. I think I showed this one in a video, but I never showed you this one. This one, first of all, is from Kerastase, and I got it because I had already been using a couple of other products. Remember, I got the one for the roots, and then I thought, oh, I want to follow up and get this one, and it's been phenomenal. It's called the Serum Fundamental, and it has peptide and glycine, and basically it is one that you squeeze pumps into it and you put it into your hair before you go in with your heated tools, and it acts as a heat protector, but also you could put this one in at night and it is basically repairing the bonds of your hair, which is just phenomenal. And then this one is a dry spray leave-in conditioner, which I have fallen in love with too. So I use these two in the daytime. On my days when I have not washed my hair, I use these two together before I start going in with my styling tools. Then the one that I got when I picked up the things for Gina, also from Amika. I'm having this love affair with Amika lately. I've never used Amika in all these years, and now all of a sudden I'm using it a lot. But this happened to be on a 50% off sale, so I thought, oh, I want to try it. And it's called Hydro Rush Intense Moisture Leave-In Conditioner. It is so good, like so good. So on the days I wash my hair, like this morning, I used this and this together, put it in my hair post shampoo and conditioner. You know, before I even got in with my styling tools, I use these two, and proof is in the hair. Like, look at my hair, it looks so healthy and nourished and styled and beautiful, and I'm enchanted. So that's those. And then of course, I got for Gina, the Mary Phillips lip liner in the shade I also got for me. And I wanted to show you, because I also got two lip siggies for me, but I wanted to at least show you these. So this one is in Cowgirl. Absolutely enchanted with this. It is a beautiful, cool taupe shade, but even more important than what I'm showing you of the shade, and I'm gonna come in really close so you can see this, is you can tell this was designed by a makeup artist, because it's not just the shade of this, it's the formula of the pencil itself, and it's the way it goes on that instantaneously it gives fuller lips. And I'm wearing it right now, but I'm wearing it with the YSL lipstick, but this is stunning and absolutely a keeper. So this is Cowgirl. You need this in your arsenal. It's so, so good. And then the other two things that I got are two lip siggies. One is in Love Bites and the other one is in Lose My Breath. I'm going to show you Lose My Breath first, because I know that it's been really hard to keep in stock, and it is a beautiful shade of red, but the red I got for Gina is more a candy apple red, whereas this one is more a almost like a burgundy red, which I wasn't expecting. And so I've decided I am not going to keep this. I'm going to return it. I think it is stunning. If somebody had a different skin coloring than me, I do need to. I think in the winter time when I'm paler, this would be absolutely beautiful, and it would come out as like a berry shade on me, but it's not doing anything for me now. When I tried it on, I was like, no, right away. I just knew this color wasn't for me right now. And then the other color, I love the formulas of these though. I just need different colors is the reality. And the other color is this one, which this is in Love Bites. And again, it's a beautiful shade. I know this looks so much darker, but it goes on as another one that's more like a taupe berry. And I believe if I had brown eyes and if I had different color skin, this would be so gorgeous on me. But it's not the right color match for me right now. Not to say in fall and winter it could be stunning, but it doesn't work for me now. So I am going to be taking these two back and replace them. But do I love the formulas? Absolutely. I highly recommend it. I think she's done a beautiful job with her line. I'm so excited to try other things from them, but I wanted to be very candid with you of what I keep and what I don't keep, and those two are going back. But this one, I thought, I just am in heaven. Love, love, love it. And that's my little mini haul. So I hope you enjoy this. So we are going to a place called the Italian Deli. It's in this wonderful part of Pasadena where some of the older, really big homes are. It's so pretty. So we're going to go in and see Gina and have a wonderful dinner. Salute to you, my dear. That's good. What is that?
It's going to be a little sweet. It's a sweet Italian red wine with a little bit of lemon, orange, and then green apple in there for you guys.
Delicious. I love it.
Glad you guys are going. Cheers, cheers.